Council, parties, members of the public. My name is Christopher Diana. I'm here as counsel to the OPP. I'm joined by my colleague and co-counsel Janan Kabersi and our articling student Alice Liu, a small but mighty legal team. As between the two of us, Janan and I, at least one of us will be here in person through the entire course of this inquiry. You will hear from a number of OPP witnesses during the course of this inquiry. You will hear that the OPP became engaged well before the Freedom Convoy reached the Ontario border. You will hear about the OPP's intelligence gathering process and the way that the OPP disseminated intelligence to its policing partners and the timing of sharing that information as the convoy moved across Canada. You will hear about the OPP's responsibilities for highways and how it policed the areas within its jurisdiction in Ontario as a Freedom Convoy moved through Ontario. You will hear about the effectiveness and the importance of the OPP's Provincial Liaison Team. You'll hear reference to PLT frequently throughout this inquiry. And you'll also hear about the effectiveness and importance of what we call the framework for dealing with events of this nature. These were lessons learned and incorporated from the Ipperwash inquiry many years ago that have informed OPP practice to this day. You will hear about concepts such as incident command, public order policing, and related concepts. Even though the OPP was not the police service of jurisdiction, you will hear about how the OPP provided crucial assistance to Windsor, Ottawa, and Toronto. In Windsor, you will hear about how the OPP took on a leadership role working with the Windsor Police Service and, with the help of additional resources from other police services, successfully cleared the blockade of the Ambassador Bridge. Windsor was very much a success story in terms of how it was handled. In Ottawa, after some delay, you will hear that the OPP took on a leadership role in coordinating resources from different police services, working with Ottawa Police Service, the police service of jurisdiction. Specifically, you will hear about what worked well, what may not have worked as well, and potential lessons that were learned through these incidents in Ottawa, Windsor, and across the country. You will also hear about federal and provincial emergencies legislation and the extent to which the OPP relied on those authorities. The OPP has significant experience in responding to protests, blockades, and similar activities. While the emergencies legislation, in particular the provincial legislation, provided useful tools, there was sufficient legal authority in their absence to deal with the protest activities that took place over this period of time. This inquiry is a unique opportunity for the OPP to share how it responds to protests. It's an inquiry that the OPP takes very seriously and will consider any and all recommendations that arise from it. The OPP is looking forward to engaging in a meaningful way to contribute to this very important public discussion. Thank you, Commissioner.